It's weird. Like, they have 3 different heroes to be able to provide
you don't
sustain,
have a
but they don't
frontliner.
necessarily have, like, a great frontliner, because Omni Knight's kind of weird. You're tanky and you want to be in the front line unless the enemy team has, like, a solid way to lock you down and kill you 100-0. Well, in Team Nigma over here, they have duel, right? And so what Omni wants is for him to duel somebody else, and then he comes in, Purification, Guardian Angel, I've saved my ally, I've turned that duel around. He doesn't want to be the one being dueled, especially since you have such good follow-up from Elder Titan, who's going to be dropping his ultimate on top of that, Wind Ranger, who could focus fire down that hero. He doesn't want to be the front line, so they don't have front line. They have all this sustain, but they don't necessarily have better team fight because they opted for Storm Spirit, right? So, and Storm Spirit's not going to be your be-all, end-all core of team fighting. He's, a little bit more late game oriented, a lot more pick off and split pushy.
The thing that concerns me is who does Storm Spirit play with? Like, he needs to be getting solo kills on the side.
And in which case, who do you kill? Because Elder Titan's tanky, Legion Commander's tanky, Wind Ranger has Wind Run.
Just kill Lich, keep repeating it.
Just repeat the process. That's where you get all your Bloodstone charges. It's just that one poor 5 position. You just abuse him nonstop. And Team Nigma, well, they don't even have last pick. So this carry choice of theirs.
What about Slark for PandaS? Like, have a hero that benefits from this armor from Omni Knight, so you can keep going in, resetting the team fight.
Razor.
Yeah, Slark looking really weird, huh?
Razor, I think gives you a much happier laning phase, at least, right? Because you're matched up against the Legion Commander. So Slark might have had a difficult time. Obviously, Razor's one of the best laning phase cores out there. So you're going to win that matchup. Happy duty. You've got synergy with the Omni Knight, who's going to be healing you up, buffing you up. You need probably a good, strong mid-game hero. And Anti-Mage, they're saying, hey, look, their win condition is Storm Spirit. What is the be-all, end-all of Storm Spirit counters?
Here comes AM.
Here comes old AM.
Yeah, and
listen, this is such a huge counter to Storm Spirit hero, Rich, that even you could play. You literally have to just click one button. You just have to click your ultimate of Anti-Mage and click it on the Storm Spirit when he's low on mana, and he literally just, poof, he explodes.
Cap,
it's
you
like
lost me at one button.
And
you lost me at one button.
Human combustion made real. That's what happened.
And you might kill someone else while doing that, like while killing the Storm Spirit.
I will say, I've never seen a panel turn so quickly on a draft than you guys here. Do you feel like Nigma has just completely torn them apart before the game even starts?
I think Fighting Pandas don't. They have a lot of sustain, but they don't have ways to deal with the split push because Storm Spirit, you want to get that Bloodstone. So he's not going for Orchid anymore. At least that's the build, especially since the changes to Anti-Mage where you have a counter spell. So you can't really kill him. So even if you get Orchid at the timing, he's going to have a Manta style. And I believe there's not enough tower damage on side of Fighting Pandas to actually finish this game quickly until AM comes online.
I think AM is still somewhat of a risky pickup because if they aggro in some way, they put Razor into the AM lane, and then on top of that, you have this weird Enchantress pickup, but it is a hero that's going to abuse AM in the laning phase. You get the Omni versus Legion Commander matchup. That's going to feel good for your side lanes. The one really big tie-in for me for Fighting PandaS, the one way they could really solidify a victory here is if Bryle could beat Weehaw mid as a Storm Spirit, or at least not lose his matchup, get a good timing on the Orchid, and start snowballing. I think Fighting PandaS has an okay shot.
Okay, well, we're going to be putting our eyes on mid, and it's also time to put our eyes on our casters and get the series started.
Thank you,
didn't say
Rich.
anything bad about us.
That is the most professional throw I think I've ever seen of him.
I've got to Rich.
You have?
Yeah.
What, were you trying to professionalize him?
No, he's intimidated. He doesn't want to say bad things anymore. He saw what happened to Kyle earlier. So, yeah. Better stay out of my way, Rich.
Didn't he do that? Not you.
No. The makeup lady.
Oh, wait, it was fake? Oh, it's all
No. She
spoiled.
punched him because he was being inappropriate.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
that's Kyle.
Yeah.
So how do we look at? Let's look at this game. So Anti-Mage comes up. It really feels like Nigma's draft is very nicely rounded as far as all the lanes goes. It's comfort zone once again, just like Nigma's last series. It feels good for them, and it's a little quirky, but kind of what we're also expecting from an EE draft, right?
Yeah, I think more than anything for me, the Fighting PandaS draft has kind of strayed a little bit away from what they used to have success yesterday and then their series today. So I'm more concerned for them than for Nigma. I think the panel pointed out a lot of fair weaknesses about the lineup, and I need to be convinced that this Radiant lineup can win the game. I mean, it's one thing, maybe you can do well in your lanes, maybe you have sustain. Can you take towers?
Yeah.
You're playing against Elder Titan and Lich, and you have no building damage whatsoever, maybe except the Razor. How does the Razor Axe even work anymore? Does it still hit towers? I think it does.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But
We saw it in Singapore. We actually had like refresh your Aghanims ulti. But hey, we're going to start with a big fight. AUI already on the run back out of here. GH got so much extra damage with the power shot from Weeha. One more range attack from Kuro, who will spill the first blood. Miracle living on very, very low life, but it's all for the battle. For the early runes, while the bottom can have its own little bit of a tussle.
And the reason I'm concerned for Fighting PandaS is that I feel like this is as close as you're going to get in this patch to a perfect anti-mage game. Oh, hello, guys.
Hi.
Hey, you want to watch some Dota?
We are replays.
Anytime you want. All right.
Hey! And now the contesting for so it's actually going to be Moon Meander who picks up the rune. Miracle, not a healthy man here. He's burning up the mana of Moon Meander. He's going to lose his own life for this. He can TP back to the lane directly after. Moon's going to get the full salve duration because Kuro can't find him in the trees. And he'll still frost him up. Does it almost feel like Miracle wanted to die then? Like, he's contesting the rune on almost no life.
He traded a lot of resources away for giving some gold to the Treant. It's like, it's a way smaller loss than you would think, just because it's not First Blood. But yeah, obviously not great.
This is our first try on tri-lane that actually remains after 30 seconds.
Yeah.
GH, that's a little too deep. Kuro can't really help him out at all. In fact, GH didn't get all the bonus because he didn't run the Spirit over the heroes. So he's kind of walked in.
Didn't it just get dispelled by snaking?
That's all right.
I think. Is Astral Spirit's purgeable, I think? He has Enchant on Enchantress level 1. I think he just removed it, but...
I thought Sin, after like 9 years of casting Dota with me, like, you know, mechanical question is not what you asked
the thing about Dota that's kind of beautiful and a curse at the same time is that knowledge that you've had for 7 years suddenly just isn't the case anymore. It's like, I played Necrophos a week ago, or some days ago, and I was like, oh, this guy's BKB is about to run out, I'm going to ult him, and then when the damage comes in after the stun, he's going to die. And then it said, target is immune to magic. When I started ulting him, I'm like, oh, right. It doesn't pierce magic immunity anymore. So don't worry, you learn new stuff all the time.
Hey, at least
even when you've
they
played
simplify the damage. Goodbye, Kuro.
Yep.
Moon just able to close the distance on him and allow
strong lane.
purification from AUI and snaking. Yep, going ham. They didn't actually back off having this as a core as well.
I think they have to challenge the anti-mage in this game because what Fighting PandaS have definitely identified here is that it's such an incredible anti-mage game.
GH is totally going for the courier. He doesn't care about Moon.
I got it.
He goes and now he can come back, Moon. Hey, why not both? It's a taco.
Hard smacks. And I like this matchup actually for the Elder Titan. Oh boy, Browl's in trouble. Good sidestep. Well, he'll be all right. He's got his bottle actually. So I like Elder Titan against Treant in lane. It's one of the only heroes that can stand up to the smacking that Treant brings as a support. Elder Titan, if he has the Spirit on 1 or 2 heroes, he's flat out just stronger than Treant. And you saw in that instance, he just get obliterated in like 5 hits.
I like how they're actually helping the Storm in mid too. Treant TP'd in towards the mid after all 3 bottle charges were used, so they're getting Storm back up to fighting condition against Weeha. That was something Cap was talking about too. Like, you need to do something really good.
Well, this rotation is nice. They might even get GH for it. Oh, well.
He'll run down south. Kuro's in the neighborhood. GH was given a shield so we can walk it off.
Good sidestep from him. He has the boots and he got the frost shield, so he'll be fine. But considering that you aggro Trial in this AM, he is happy. He's got 17 CS. Legion Commander's just skipping bottom against Razor, so that's a draw. And in the mid lane, Weeha's winning. So far, so good for Nigma. This aggro Tri lane, they got a kill on Miracle, where he traded for all of Moon Meander's mana. Outside of that, he's doing fine. And this is such a good AM game, Toby, okay? It's like insanely good. When he has a Manta, he almost feels invincible. The Storm Orchid will not kill him anymore. He can break out of Overgrowth, and there's no other stuns in the enemy team. So, pretty much the dream AM game.
Manta and Spell Block. Yep.
The other thing is they don't have physical damage on the Radiant either. So, I feel like there's so much pressure on the Radiant team to win this game at a reasonable timing. But That's why I was pointing out the tower push being so limited, because it feels like they have to win like that.
GH is caught on the wrong side. The Bramble once again. He'll go in for a quick stomp, put him into sleep. Miracle thinks about coming in. Moon is pretty low. Kuro's done all the burst damage to him. Miracle just walks up, and 2 attacks will end up killing off actually be 3 with the help of Kuro. The trade-off is GH.
They're out of mana though. This is it's hurting them on resources here. The AM getting all these hits and getting the burnout. Shackle didn't work, but Weeha should be getting the rune regardless.
He's at least able to deny it, so no bottle charges.
Yeah.
Which is probably the more critical thing out of it. And once again, we start out once more. They are not giving up on this aggro tri-lane. They're trying to make it so Miracle just has a horrendous lane. But they haven't really done that just yet because it's still only 2 heroes. Kuro trapped around the back. Miracle's moving over. Purification's going to be nice, but Kuro had a couple of stick charges with a Frost Blast. AUI is now totally out of mana. Bryle dies in the meantime to Weeha. Support did rotate over in the form of GH and a blink forward. Moon even thinking about the Courier. So low on life, gives himself some extra mana. Miracle loves that. More damage for him then turning attention over towards AUI. Man goes up quickly, gets some extra life. Now GH has moved over too. Can they get some body blocks? Can they get some control? Kuro trying to keep the distance nice and close. Snaking also lending assistance into the stomp. It won't put anyone to sleep. It'll just show that he can lift his feet. Another blink forward from Miracle, taking away that mana of snaking, keeping him low. Kuro's got nothing more in the tank really give. Actually, does he? Yeah, he's got one more Frost Blast to give. And GH, well, they can't keep it up. Back to the tier 1 tower. It's a turnaround time. And in fact, it's exactly that. Kuro, very low on life. The stop again from GH. At least it forces AUI to run off to the side.
I would say overall, Nigma, this last 1 minute, that was a very long fight. A couple of really nice outplays there. We're going to get a replay. Oh, actually, it's going to give the mid-kill here. Nice Shackle, Power Shot, and the Elder Titan Stomp. Sets him up for that kill. I'm not even sure he needed help from GH.
No,
that would have been
didn't.
Possibly a solo kill.
Just nice to have the Spirit hovering over him.
It's good safety. He had a haste, I think, running on Windrunner for a bit longer. But, yeah, got the job done.
Always great to catch the storm before he hits 6.
Look at Mind Control's facial expression right now. This is the face of a guy who's cutting waves and not facing a hero.
Is it really worth the trade though? Because it feels like Eternal Envy is not going to be as big a factor as a jumping Legion commander.
Oh, you mean is it worth the trade for fighting pandas?
Yeah, for Nigma, the fact, for fighting pandas technically, because is Razor getting more than the Legion?
They're getting about the same, and yeah, this is the only play Razor has, and you're super happy if you get free farm.
Well, there's your focus fire. This is exactly why the panel was thinking that maybe this should be a support Enchantress, because the focus fire from Weeha with a double damage rune makes very quick work of that Enchantress.
Yeah, Nigma doing very well here in the early game. Legion Commander, like you said, will be a big threat later on for the Radiant side. Sure, they have saves, but at the same time, they only have that 1 stun from Storm, and Legion can remove that, probably getting a timely Blink Dagger with this amount of farm, as they are kind of trying to set up for something here.
What have they got?
You can just TP out.
Well, yeah, there's no ulti on Moon, right?
You can just TP away. Now Storm is connecting. He doesn't have mana, though.
I'll run back underneath the tower, back past the wave, and hey, Phase Boots, I've even got movement speed.
Treant does not feel good about going down here. I think what we're going to see from FP now is that Razor will go in the jungle and they'll place Treant bottom. It's just going to farm.
Kuro's in trouble. Now he'll get the shields up, but yeah, totally dead. GH is moving over, and they're trying to get the last hit to Snaking, and he's like, oh, I'm not waiting any longer. Weeha was moving up the river, and they could see it with the Observer Wards.
Moonminer, this has got to feel pretty bad. Like, you're Treant, you're just standing there with your carry. He doesn't like the top lane anymore. Now he's going to put a bit of pressure bot. I think you're just going to have Mind Control TP out from that play bot. No, he's just running, actually. Well, he's a lot of... He's almost dying here.
Yeah, and we needed 2 more attacks, but calculated from Mind Control.
Yeah.
He can walk all the way back to base, or he could just press the attack and...
like 7 times to be full health.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, as I was saying, I was like, you know what, that's not efficiency right there.
No, you just got to get that. And yeah, now Envy's going to jungle. They give some space in the lane to the Treant.
Dire's bottom tower.
But the question is here, what's the trade-off for fighting pandas? You get Enchantress some space. Omni-Knight is kind of just sitting here. Miracle's farm is not the greatest, but he has got his ring, and he got fortunate enough to get the +7 all stats from the Ironwood tree. And they even found a shovel for Weeha, so getting some of the very good items, at least in my opinion, some of the best items of the tier 1.
Bring on the runes.
Yeah, try to get some bounties. And overall, this will be a pretty quiet game for a while, simply because of the lack of play potential from the Radiant lineup. Storm has to make more or less every move they want to make, and the onus is on them to get something done.
Yep. Because all Nigma need to do is control their own jungle, right? Because then Anti-Mage farms up Battle Fury. That's all you need. He is a little bit behind in net worth. Like, it's 2.8k to the safe lane, 3.6k, but the trade-off is the fact that it was just a one-on-one on the bottom lane, and all of that's coming to the Legion Commander, who can now be a lot more active earlier on. Mind Control actually is a hero that's not just an aura player. He might actually be able to be the initiator.
Elsie is great with gold. You don't feel bad about that at all. If the enemy carry is farmed, but your offlane Legion is farmed, I would consider that a relatively even trade-off most of the time, if not even favor you.
Especially when it's someone like Mind Control who's playing the offlane hero. It's always nicer when I don't see him on a Darkseer or an Underlord, even though I do like his Darkseer. He gets to be a real hero. Everyone's really moved back into the jungle. AM's just gone bush. Lich is soaking up the experience in the lane, but we're 20 seconds away from the outpost becoming active.
MC is setting up.
Yeah.
They might go for a dual play here where they don't kill, but just get the outpost.
There's mass TPs coming towards the north. You've still got Tree Protector on the bottom, so yeah, Kuro comes closer, press the attack, tries to break him free. Bryle, Sinister Gaze is in. More TP supports coming in from the Anti-Mage for Mind Control. Being caught out. It's a fantastic stop, putting 3 of them to sleep. Miracle doesn't look like he's healthy enough to fight this. And this is a huge play from the PandaS. They'll get both of the outposts, both the southeast and northwest.
I'm surprised Nigma tried to go for this
Now
one.
Envy, way too close. Didn't actually have anything up, but you'll have Bryle jumping. Big spirits, and Envy actually ends up being the winner of this duel. Not the plan there from Nigma at all. GH falls as well. Miracle is not ready to fight here, and Weehaw was late to the party as well.
How did they think they could get that kill? That was like, I think that was a mathematically impossible kill. Even if the Radiant didn't cast spells, I think he wouldn't have died in that duel. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, you're taking the highest farmed hero, and normally one of the most tankiest heroes you get, which is the Razor, at least in this game.
Very surprising. And in the same vein, surprising that they try to fight for this outpost. This is the classic play from Radiant. They will go to the top outpost to try to get that one. And in the meantime, Trian soloed the bottom outpost. If literally any hero from Nigma would have been down there, they would have taken that outpost away from him. But
now he's got
this
6.
way they get them both.
Well, Snaking's having his fun. Lich is dying in the mid lane in the meantime as Bryle just jumped himself forward. But the nice Shackleins as Weehaw working together with Miracle, and that's something now the pressure is really being applied on these cores from Nigma to make something work, because they've just given so much over to the PandaS. Even just the golden experience advantage from the outpost is more than enough. But Moon now having 6, now he's got his ulti. And Envy doesn't look like he'll be even threatened by Miracle.
Not for a while, no.
So here's that ball lightning jump forward again onto Kuro.
Vortex into heal. Easy peasy.
Simple combo.
Mind Control tried to duel and get a kill on the Treant, but failed. So it's time to chill. Yep, good laugh there.
Well, he threw Overgrowth. Yeah, cool. Just a wide ball. That's all it was. Miracle's still trying to keep up with his Battle Fury timing.
He's probably a bit wide of hitting the mark that he would like on Anti-Mage, but
it's like
I think they still
13 minutes is
understand.
what he wanted to have, at least in this game.
Oh, then you have a really good game. I think, given the circumstances and what type of game it is, if you took a snapshot here, paused the game, and asked Nigma, do you think you're going to win? I think they would still say yes. So,
okay.
It's not a huge lead for the Radiant, and I know I'm being really negative about their lineup. I just see so many issues that I don't see for Nigma. Nigma's team fight is great. They will have a win condition with the Anti-Mage later. Weeha's having a good game on the Wind Ranger. They have stuns, they have lockdown, they have defensive
ball
tools.
lightning.
Let's see.
Long way forward, pulling in Mind Control. They'll steal up as much damage as possible. Mind Control very quickly dead. And the TP support being cancelled. There'll be a tier 1 tower dropping down. Miracle's looking for as much of a trade-off as possible into the tier 1 tower up on top, while AUI, he doesn't care about Kuro and Weehaw attacking into him.
That's a great rotation from fighting PandaS. You bring a lot of heroes for this play because if you want to kill this Legion, you need to overwhelm out of nowhere and try to get some damage on that bottom tier 1. And they did a pretty good job. I don't think they're going to get it in this push, and I definitely think Nigma should be defending it if they can.
No, they're trying to get a full trade-off.
Seem like they're just going to leave it.
Seeing the huge stack from Envy is actually stacking the Dire jungle.
There's a TP finally from MC, but the tower is kind of almost a done deal. Now mid lane is also being pressured. Nice work from FP to push multiple lanes and keep forcing Nigma to come and defend their towers. They know that they need to keep putting some pressure here on the map. And am I mistaken, or was Braille going Bloodstone? Then there won't even be an Orchid against the AM.
Mind Control's in trouble. Yule set her up, and here comes Bryle once again. I think he actually finished a Kaya before this little jump.
Yep.
Haven't seen what's queued up after this. GH putting the Spirit into the trees. Looking for a target. Miracle is here, but then again, Miracle putting the spell block on. Looking for a hit, and now Kuro. It's a good Chain Frost. Snaking in Envy, having a real trouble splitting away from this. And the Shackle holds them together as well. Focus trying to bring down Envy. Say can be the next one. Miracle. There's your Mana Void. Killing off Bryle. And then they're going to get all 3 cores. A double kill for Weeha. The tier 1 tower was lost on bottom. But that's a pretty damn good trade-off.
Just when it was starting to look like Fighting Pandas were getting the momentum that they wanted. They had a 3K gold lead 30 seconds ago, but these 2 big kills, insane Chain Frost. Look at that damage recap. 2.7K from Kuro. These are the kind of positions where Lich is just one of the best heroes in the game at this state. Whether it's support or even like core, which you never play, but very few heroes in general can do that much damage in such a short span of time. And very nicely identified that they could go for that fight. Let's see for Bounty Runes now. Looks to be a 3-for-1 split, or 2-for-2 maybe. Yeah, 2-for-2.
Yeah. You got Omni down on the bottom, so yeah, it's a 2-for-2 trade-off. A Miracle quickly blinks away. He's like, I can't hold this outpost. With a tier 1 tower lost, they can't bring support fast enough. But once again, 3 heroes down on bottom lane, 2 of them being cores.
Wonder who you give that Vambrace to.
Right now
Envy has Rush Duel, so identifying the lack of catch in their lineup. We've seen it put to use already against Mind Control bottom, this Yule Scepter, to give them a way of finding the setup.
Weeha's really started to move forward on that net worth. He's almost contesting Envy for the #1 position.
Yeah, that double shackle bottom and the 3 kills he was involved in. He got 2 of them, got assist gold on the 3rd. That's going to push you up very nicely. And Anti-Mage getting the kill on Storm, probably the biggest kill of the game.
Big prep for mid. Storm able to get the vision thanks to the Observer Wall being planted down. They're looking towards Kuro. Chain Frost, is he able to get it off? Yes, he will. Bouncing around, going to stay in with the heroes, and they can't move away. Bryle was locked in thanks to the Legion duel. Of course, Legion does still end up going down once again. Now, GH keeping the damage out. Another Storm putting them to sleep. Not possible. Miracle will jump in, however, finding the kill. And the retreats begin, but Weeha, it's looking for a good shackle. Any other day, they probably would have swung to the right and chained him to a tree. But 2 cores once again going down for Pandas. They commit so much to bring down these buildings.
Cost a buyback on Kuro, but
that's a support.
Yeah, and again, AM survives and gets gold. That's what he wants. I'm honestly a bit surprised Miracle even showed up for this. I think vintage Miracle would just be farming right now, trying to get a Battlefield ASAP, but maybe the feeling of the patches, he needs to be involved.
He was nearby.
Yeah,
like blinking in, just able to grab. It's like, oh, he took a kill from it, so this just moves him to the #1 on the net worth board.
Yeah. If found another shawl, I guess you give that to... Maybe give it to Lich, actually. Giving him that magic resistance. He's getting jumped a lot by the Radiant lineup, and the extra spell damage also very nice on that hero. It's one of the more, I want to say, polarizing items in the game. Some people think it's very good, some people think it's terrible, just because it's one of the few items that had the...
Bryle. Oh, pulled back in again by Kuro. Wants to keep this battle going. They're underneath the shrines. So a lot of life coming in. Weeha begins his TP, looking to actually line up a shackle, starting off with the focus fire of snaking. GH will go down, and Kuro, the man they started going on, he'll also fall. Anti-Mage was thinking about joining this fight, but it ain't gonna happen.
I think you need to change your mind about focus firing this Enchantress for now. Almost close to level 2 ulti with an Omni Knight in the back. The kill is too hard to get for how long, like, it's not worth it, basically.
But who else do you really go on at this point?
Maybe you catch the Razor with a focus fire, or you start going on one of the support, like, whatever it is. I think Enchantress is a trap right now to go on. Just 1400 health with the Vambrace, drums, and 21, and the Ironwood, plus an Omni behind. It's a tanky core in this game, even if you have focus fire. You're not killing that Enchantress right now. Pupil's Gift.
But Envy feels pretty hard to gank, and he wasn't even involved in that. Like, he was down on bottom lane, just continuously farming up.
Loving the pressure here from FP. This is what you need to do. Like, play aggressive. You know your Enchantress is mega strong. You know your 5-man is... You can lose a fight, but it needs to be an amazing Chain Frost and a very good spellcasting from GH as well. If you're spread out somewhat decently, your sustain will keep you all alive.
Why does this feel like a bait for a fight? There's no TPs coming in, however, and Moon will back up, but there is the tier 1 tower. Rotation coming from Razor down the river, and maybe Nigma want to try and go on this one. Eternal Envy pulled in, not the greatest of combinations, but their stunts and control. The GA will now finally come, but the Chain Frost once again from Kuro doing his work, bringing down the Razor. Snaking will join the fight. AUI very low on life, and Miracle able to get the Mana Void off. He's copying a lot of damage from Snaking. He has to blink himself away. Kuro's not a healthy man either, and they'll use the Stomp of GH to back up. In fact, he'll stop to shovel.
Dig up a Kobold. This is the kind of fights that they want to find for Nigma, not the straight 5-on-5s. You find a skirmish in the river, you get the jump. Ryle wasn't ready to connect. Wind Ranger really shines in these 2v2, 3v3 situations. Look at the damage. Kuro's done the most damage in his team as Lich. That's a value 5.
Like when Lich does more damage than the Storm Spirit does in the game. And she's still #1 on the board.
Yeah.
But that's no surprise. That'll start to change up once you have the Mana Style done. Weeha with a wind run, keeping his distance. They can be careful playing around trees.
Well, this would be a really bad go if they go.
Moon's already there. They want to battle maybe underneath their vision, but they're here for the 20-minute. 20-minute bounties are going to come up, not to mention the control of the shrines. The ET Spirit's out. Is he going to stomp? Oh, Snaking pulls out of it. Now they go towards Moon Meander. Able to get the shackle. The duel is out. Mind control. This time he gets to be the winner, but having no mana, no life. In fact, literally no HP as he walks back to the tree line to die. And Weeha's also having some trouble. Wind run himself away. Power shots quickly through. Where's he going to go? TP. Storm Spirit arrives in the vortex. Cancelling Weeha's TP out. And Nigma really forcing the issue on bottom.
They protected their outpost, which is valuable, but they lost 2 cores. So all in all, probably not worth it for what they found. I thought they were going to kind of just cycle around the area, send in a Spirit from GH, and have that stomp if they start taking the outpost and just protect it. And then afterwards, after you got the experience, you can let FP take it. But then they got excited for this kill on Treant, and it turned out to kind of set them up for a fight they didn't ultimately want.
I didn't realize how much money ET's managed to pick up. He just finished a full rod of Atos on GH.
It's a very good way for them to have an additional tool against Storm for now. Also, keep Razor in place when he starts linking somebody to create the distance. Kuro, well, he got the outpost. I don't really think that was
worth it.
Keep padding his damage stats at least, but that was a non-value play. But this outpost doesn't give them anything until in 9 minutes. Sure, you get some vision, but you have to know that the risk-reward isn't favoring you there.
Because they would just go to the tier 1, unless the whole idea is you just create space for the animation to continue to farm up. Now Envy, Miracle, a little too late on the spell block, and well, where's that blink? Oh! On cooldown for too long, dead for 50 seconds now. Weeha set up towards the end. Mind control's coming over. Just press the attack, trying to get Weeha further away from Eternal Envy. 73 stolen damage, still pretty good for 21 minutes into the game.
That is a huge kill.
That's a lot of downtime of farming.
It's a very difficult game for them to kill Anti-Mage in, but if you catch him right after he blinks, that cooldown is enough for them to get the damage done with the right heroes. And very nicely done, taking advantage of a mistake from Miracle there. He didn't have info. There's no vision in the area.
The vision is well,
it's in the top side.
It's 1 observer ward or 2 observer wards to the north.
Yep.
They're protecting the other jungle. At least they can see Bryle just dropping items.
Hey,
who wants this one? What is that one actually? I can't look. It's a box.
Don't loot the box. Brawl strong, by the way. 15 Bloodstones, double damage rune. Arcane Ring is also nice on Storm. Grove Bow also nice on Storm. I wonder if he's going to swap in the Shawl. I think the Shawl is better than the Arcane Ring. It's got to be better on Storm. But
at least give it to somebody else.
Possibly. Give the Arcane Ring to Omni or something and keep your Shawl. I think it's much better.
They're looking to be efficient up on top, but thanks to that Dire Observer and Sentry combination, Nigma could see the movement north and just back up Weeha. Anti-Mage is still #1 of the net worth, back into farming as there is a smoke maneuver as well. Nigma coming out of their southern jungle, looking towards the mid lane. And also a return smoke.
Or spotted though. It's being pinged out immediately by Nigma and they're going to get Miracle the hell out of there. He might just TP top.
And they're on the hills.
Broke AUI out.
Is under attack.
Nothing's going to come from this one.
One enchanted creep. Yeah, Moon's just enjoying this top lane so much. Meme Hammer up.
It's level 14.
Not too shabby when he doesn't have to join everybody else and he just sits on the side lane while it's a 4-on-5. Sure.
I'm wondering if he should think a bit outside the box with this item build instead of just going for Meteor Hammer. Like, Itemize a better AM counter.
We've got another fight that could potentially happen without Eternal Envy. He's on the bottom lane for the moment. Mind Control getting caught out, Enchanted. The Centaur trying to close the distance so it can get the hit, but the shields from Kuro already doing his work. Now Envy's going to find his own target. Inside the jungle, Shackle from Weeha. That one's able to latch, and Eternal Envy being focused by a down. GH trying to lend the spirit as Envy starts to steal the damage. Rod of Atos is out. Miracle wants to fight, but Envy, BKB, and Yule Scepter up and towards the air. UI will give him protection. They're using multiple layers. And now the Pandas are all grouped up together. Maybe they think about pushing a little harder into the tier 2 tower in mid.
Yeah, no really big spell was expended from Nigma there, though, except Focus Fire. So perhaps a possible defense here, but the tower's already on 30%. Well, they're going to Frost Shield it for now. I reckon Snaking will just self-heal and get this tower if he wants. Glyph. Probably another Spirit coming out. They're buying all the time they can. This is textbook ET Lich defense. They're actually not even getting it yet.
Tree's already left. He's headed to the bottom lane.
This is tons of space for Miracle. I think he got 2 or 3 waves during this.
Now Storm jumping forward. Miracle caught him before the blink. Now he's got to get away. But another jump available. Now the spell shield pops up. But Bryle, he's fine. The ET Splitter will create a little bit of space. Weeha, yours up towards the air. Envy looking to turn around the fight. Actually, no, they just jump further towards the north. Weeha's just going to walk himself away from this. One of his Legion Commander. Mind Control kind of trying to come down the river to be involved, but he just gets picked.
Very disconnected here from Nigma, I think. Having the Wind Ranger save Anti-Mage there is fine. You don't have to bring anything more. If Miracle gets off the spell shield on the Vortex, obviously he's completely fine to begin with. It is the only threat to him in the game right now. He's not really going to die to anything else but that Vortex.
You know, the funny thing is the panel was talking about stamina coming into today, but Nigma had to wait until the very end of the day to play their final series. While it's back-to-back, you probably still got your momentum. Yeah, you're probably a little tired, but you're definitely warmed up. Now these fighting Pandas, they look very, very good. They're continuing these fights now with the Aegis, the Immortal. They'll put it into Bryle.
He's very strong right now. Lincoln's almost complete. The classic item to get against AM and Legion. So even against Windrunner, it's nice. Then you can't Shackle and Focus Fire. You have to choose which one goes through.
I guess you got a Blink Dagger up on MC. I was actually wondering if this would be his item of choice, considering like he's already able to get duels up, but maybe not the targets he wants, right?
Oh yeah, and consider, by the way, LC versus Razor right now. Remember how they were neck and neck in the lane?
Yep.
Envy has pulled away 5k in net worth since that laning stage, and largely it's just Mind Control's been getting killed by the Razor and the Storm around the map, trying to help people.
His first 2 duels were unsuccessful. In fact, they were successful for Pandas both times. Now the jump once again, Storm Spirit going right on top of Kuro. Weeha can't actually latch on the Shackle, but the duel is already out. Going after the on-right, putting that Blink Dagger to use. Bryle still will get the support back the other direction. There's now Eternal Envy. Static Link, Mind Control. He's trying to chase it, but the Meme Hammer and Control is just way too much. That high movement speed doesn't count for anything.
BKB used again from Envy, so it is dropping, but that's a pretty good fight overall. They got a core kill and a support. Lost their Omni.
But Anti-Mage still farming. Like
AM was involved, right? Didn't he get a kill there? I think he got a kill and then immediately started moving south. He got the kill on the Omni Knight. Oh, that's a good item. That's a really good item on Storm. It allows him to jump the Lich, instantly silence, and possibly just hold on to his Vortex so that he can use that on a secondary target since Lich can't cast the Frost Shield anyway. Also very nice against Anti-Mage, obviously, when the Manta's on cooldown. Or the alternative, if you can force Manta with this Mindbreaker, then you can hit an Overgrowth after.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Anything to keep the control up, and now you actually got a Blink Dagger to get that Overgrowth into the perfect position.
It's a good item this game.
Just such great money that's coming into the supports. You look at Lich, like Lich is 4.2k. The other 3 supports are around 6.5. That's double the supports for Pandas. Having about 2.5k the advantage over the Nigma supports for items. I haven't really seen that Rod of Atos either, like, really pay off. But the fights have been a little bit split up.
It's been pretty scrappy. I think it is a fine item in this game against the Storm until he gets the BKB. But since their lineup kind of doesn't want to fight at this time anyway, I'm not completely sold, actually, on second thought.
Oh, Miracle. He just blinked right underneath the Radiant Observer Ward. He'll get the spell shield up, quickly into the Mana style, but then blinks himself away. Needs a little bit more time to keep this blink going, and he's able to do so.
He's level 21. He has the blink cooldown talent. This is a huge turn.
They're bringing friends.
Huge change for anti-mage. That talent is game-changing.
Snaking is coming very heavily underneath Vision. Miracle's going to start this off. The Shackle is out the door as well, but Moon blinks in for the overgrowth. Snaking really feels like he's bait. The ET split, they will end up killing him off, and with a Vortex and Chain Frost, now the damage output, maybe it's going to be better for Nigma. The Stomp as well, it keeps the Storm Spirit currently sleeping. Mind Control, I don't think he actually knows who he wants to go on, and Envy knows he wants to go over on him. Starts the Static Link, they'll get a good drain out as well as the kill onto the LC, but they're just caught up. Moon Meander, another jump in, looking for the Meme Hammer. Kuro dragged back in with the Vortex. A quick Shackle, but it'll break the Lincoln Sphere, that's all. And they get nothing more. Everyone is disengaging from Nigma. But the top lane still being pressured in. Storm, I think, actually left a couple of illusions doing that. And this is all for the 29-30. So 30-minute outpost. Both currently belong again to PandaS.
Oh, my Control's game is so sad right now, Toby. I've been there, Legion. It's not fun. This hero from behind is... It's tricky to play when you're having this bad of a game. I think frontlining for your team and going in like this and just soaking damage is honestly kind of the best thing he can do after he uses his press the attack. Like, if you just play the backlines and wait for a second press, your team's going to die. So
does he survive long enough, like put a blade mail up? Maybe.
Better soak damage and die than do nothing at all, right? Because he's not going to win any duels right now. He's not stronger than kind of any hero on the Radiant.
They definitely won't have the money to actually fuel this bank account either. That's 4 bounty runes going to go the way of PandaS.
Yep. And both outposts too,
yep.
I do believe. They got them in time.
They did.
That's really, really big. They're starting to build this lead to where it needs to be to beat Anti-Mage in this game. And Miracle, you know, we're used to seeing Anti-Mages in this kind of game traditionally be like 5k net worth ahead right now. But just the flow of the game, the tempo, how much he's been involved in fights, he hasn't been able to.
They're going to fight now. 4-man smoke up. Abyssal Blaze out. The duel's already beginning over on Eternal Envy. They want him to lead it from this fight. And now the Chain Frost bouncing around. They've got the 2 heroes down. And maybe this time around, Mind Control can survive because Snaking definitely won't. Locked in place. Now the Atos pays off. Ryle burnt out of mana. That Abyssal Blade really caught PandaS by surprise. Look at Miracle. He just jumps in. He wants AUY. They want to get everything they possibly can. All 5 heroes must go down. And Bryle, somebody, wow, they're actually waiting it. Bolt, blink, wait for him to go.
The Aegis perfectly.
Love it.
That's some top tier Dota right there. That was really, really good. Just realizing that the Aegis was expiring 2 seconds later. They waited out and they get the kill. Full team wipe.
That really is perfect timing.
That was... It's one of those things, I don't know if they were planning specifically to start the fight at the time they did because of the Aegis, but maybe somebody calls it in the middle of the fight. Guys, Aegis is about to expire. I have the timer.
Yeah.
Just stun him up and wait. Get that kill. They just got 5 kills, 3 towers.
They were 8,000 behind, and now they're, what, like, with these towers going down, if they can bring them down, they'll level it.
It's that one anti-mage fight, right? Now AM is starting to be where he wants to be in the game. The Abyssal reveal, he got a Paladin sword leading into that fight as well to compensate for his game not being perfect so far. And, well, now I'm worried for PandaS too, because this is what I thought would happen, but I thought it was going to be easier than this for Nigma. But now that they're there, what do you do?
Look at the smoke maneuver. They're coming out. Tree Protect is probably going to break that smoke. If they got the detection, if they got the control, nope. Quick blink from Tree. Moon Meander. Getting the distance he wants. Miracle's fine with this. Clean up another wave. Now move 4,000 net worth ahead of the Storm. Almost 7,000 net worth in front of the Razor. Finishes the tier 2 tower.
Middle tower has fallen.
And that's a quick smoke.
That was spotted by the Spirit, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, they also even broke the smoke immediately on the Enchantress.
They're looking for a target. Weeha's close by, jump through, Moon, able to get that ulti off. Mind Control, waiting for it. Weeha's BK beat up, so he can't actually help him with any kind of press the attack. And it won't matter if Weeha can just outrun it all, but then a jump. Miracle, he's into the back lines, almost enough damage to kill off, well, actually no, just to burn off Moon.
Oh, they got Bryle though.
What the hey? Weeha.
Wait, what?
Got the control, now Mind Control gets the dual damage out. The splitter should be able to do the work, and AUI will fall. Mind Control, now they get back-to-back kills on cause, and they can force the issue. Snaking. A jump forward, Eternal Envy, a quick pass of field, but the run over Atos is out. Defensive Yorsa trying to buy some time. Dodges at least the stomp from GH, but Envy is so far out of the base, he'll go down. They're both dead for over a minute without buyback. Nigma could just just go high ground. And that's exactly what Miracle's going to do. And in fact, is that GG? They just call it. 33 minutes. This game felt like it had legs. It could have got another 20 minutes, but Nigma, man, caught Panda with their shoes tied together.